Right, hello and welcome back to Touch Football. And Speed is not going to achieve his dream of watching Ronaldo win the World Cup because Portugal are out. They've lost to the dark horses, Morocco, and word on Morocco, they have genuinely been my favourite team to watch so far. And I honestly believe that it's controversial. Amrabat has been the player of the tournament so far. I mean, he's definitely been their best player in my opinion, and I think he's arguably been the best in the tournament as a whole. That is up for debate though, so obviously Mbappe's been brilliant, a couple of the England players as well, obviously, Messi as well, but right now, Amrabat for me, he's at least been my favourite player to watch. Work rate, desire, passion, he's done it all, he's even been brilliant on the ball as well, so for me, he's my player of the tournament, but the big thing is that Portugal are out after another game of not starting Ronaldo. They ended up going 1-0 down, and Morocco then just stuck to their game plan of breaking on the counter, trying to get a goal, and then defending. And Morocco are just so good at that. It's ridiculous. They're so good. They're so good at just that defensive 1-0 wins. They're like the Stoke City of international football at the moment, but with more quality, obviously. I mean, they're just grinding out these results. They haven't lost the game at this World Cup yet. I think they've only conceded one own goal now against Canada, which was, only conceded one goal so far. Like, that's better than England, that's better than France, it's better than all the big teams, even everyone that's left. So, currently Morocco actually have the best record in the tournament, I believe. Maybe not statistically, but on the results they've technically had the best results, I think. And honestly, it's just incredible. They're the first ever African team in the semi-finals of the World Cup, and such a good story. We are literally watching history being written in front of our own eyes at the moment. I mean, I'm happy for the nation, to be honest. Morocco, I backed them from the start. I remember in our first ever predictions for the groups, I did predict them to go through. Didn't predict them to top the group, unfortunately. But ever since then, I've just backed them the whole time, and I've loved watching every single game Morocco have played, other than the 0-0 to Croatia for obvious reasons. That game honestly made me want to pour bleach in my eyes. But other than that, Morocco have been so good this tournament. I love the way they play. I mean, the whole team are just battling for it. Roman Saiss, he had to come off in the round of 16, but then he's back playing this game, got a solid amount of minutes in for his country before he had to be replaced because of the injury. So fair play to him, and that's the mentality around the whole squad. They're just warriors, and they're going to fight for it right through to the end. And another player I want to highlight has been very good this tournament, Morocco. Boufal, he has been brilliant. Whenever he gets the ball, it looks like something's going to happen. Tight situations, he gets out of it, creates chances, drives forward, beats players. He's done it so well this tournament. He's been absolutely brilliant for Morocco. Let's talk about Portugal then. And to be fair, they just couldn't score, and they came really close on multiple occasions, and you would argue some of the chances they probably should have been scoring. But they did not. They did not score those chances, which is unfortunate for them. I mean, they probably should have finished some of them better, but Morocco, what a defensive performance, can't argue much with it. And overall, Portugal, they just weren't good enough. They sort of lost the free-flowing, fast-paced football that they had against Switzerland, although Morocco did make it a whole lot more difficult for them, so that's probably why. And to be fair, Bruno Fernandes nearly scored maybe the goal of the tournament when he hit the bar with that volley. That would have been one of the best goals of the tournament. Maybe not the best, but it would have been one of the best. And they had a couple other chances that were really close, but I honestly think Morocco looked the more dangerous side whenever they did get forward. On the counter-attacks, there always looked like there was a chance that that goal would just go in and they would get another one. They almost made it 2-0 right at the end, like 2 minutes before the game ended, roughly around there. But they couldn't, and it only ended 1-0. And there honestly could have been more goals this game, but it did not. Morocco defended really well and weren't quite as clinical as they would have liked. But even then, whenever they got forward, I do have to say they looked dangerous. And honestly, more dangerous than a Portugal side who might have dominated the ball. But they looked kind of poor. They weren't passing it quickly. They weren't moving a lot. And they definitely had some good chances. João Felix had one or two. I mean, João Felix, like I said, he had a couple good chances. One was forcing a brilliant save from Bono at one point with a curling left-footed shot into the far left corner. That would have been a great goal, but a great save from Bono as well. He's been also brilliant for Morocco. And honestly, all I can say is huge props to the Moroccan team, because they've been absolutely brilliant this whole tournament. And Portugal, they haven't been brilliant other than that game against Switzerland, and I think this game showed that. And I feel like the whole Ronaldo situation probably had an impact on their squad, but overall, despite having higher quality players, they just weren't good enough as a team at the end of the day. Anyway, that is this video. Ronaldo is out of the World Cup. Speed will not get to achieve his dream of watching Ronaldo win it. And let me know in the comments, do you think Morocco could go to the final? If that happens, that'll be absolute scenes. But anyway, while you tell me in the comments, like and subscribe while you're there, and I'll see you guys next time.